asked me about backup tracks, and Jamie Aebersold is a really great source for those backup tracks. And there's probably a few free ones on YouTube, but help Jamie out there and buy some of his books from his website. And I'm going to talk a little bit about turnarounds. I've done some videos about this before. I'm going to also talk about a thing called the 8-bar blues, which I have not previously gone over. So let's talk about what the 8-bar blues is. First of all, it starts off just like any other blues and does 2 bars in C. And then it goes to the F. And usually has a little diminished chord right here. And that's the first half of it, and then the second half is just the turnaround. All right, and a turnaround can be a 1, 6, 2, 5, and then there's another one. All right, this particular book, Turnarounds, it's mostly dealing with 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. It's amazing how, after all the playing I've done, I can do a turnaround in F so easily. Just use the blues scale. I don't even have to think about that. I mean, it just flows out, right? But if I was you to ask me to do the same thing in B, yeah, right. In a key like B, let's face it, we all need practice doing it because, we go to jam sessions and they call Green Dolphin Street in the key of E flat or C, and then they call a blues and it's going to be in the key of F or C or E or A or something. And, we just don't get any practice, or hardly any practice playing in odd keys. And yet many, many songs right in the bridge, like Have You Met Miss Jones, all of a sudden you're playing in G flat and D and all these other keys. Those are the sections that tend to fall apart. All of a sudden you get to a key that you're not as comfortable in. And, one way to work around that is practice in all 12 keys using things like this book. And also just take songs that you know and start playing them in other keys. I just read that Bill Evans, of course, probably my greatest musical hero, his favorite keys to play towards the end of his life was the key of E and A. Nobody calls Have You Met Miss Jones in the key of E. Nobody plays Girl from Ipanema in the key of E. I mean, I do, but another nice thing about this book is it doesn't just do 1, 6, 2, 5s. It'll do things like, the 1 to the flat 3 to the flat 6 to the 5. That's a good turnaround too. It's kind of a reharmonized turnaround. Instead of the A, you go to E flat, which is like a tritone substitution. And then you could go to a major chord on A flat, and then slide that down to G. You see, the 1. All right, that's a good turnaround. See, right there, if I played a rootless voicing, the bass player could easily just go to E flat instead and leave me there. And if I hear that, I think, oh, well, I bet I know where he's going next. There, so maybe I'll play a major 7th chord. Of course, if the bass player does go to D next, which would be a logical choice, and I play A flat, then we have jazz. Right?
No, the fact is that jazz is mistakes.
Right? As they say in Spinal Tap, they're playing it wrong.
Jazz is an accident
waiting to happen.
I do want to mention also that from time to time I update my website where you can find the video that you're looking for just based on, what you're trying to study, whether it be, turnarounds or the blues. So go check it out. It's TonyWinston.com. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.